Hey, it's Todd Ault. Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, I did shave. It doesn't look good. I shaved too close. I did it myself this time, you know? Ugh. Ugh. You see that?
Yeah, you know what else is shaving?
What?
The market.
Hey, it's Valentine's Day. It's February 14th. I got some housekeeping to do. First of all, happy birthday to my sister-in-law, Julia. She is born on Valentine's Day. I don't know. Did she get screwed by that date being her birthday and Valentine's Day at the same day?
That's like people who have Christmas.
Yeah,
as
it's
their
like being
birthday.
born on
Christmas
Christmas.
is
But
worse.
happy birthday and Valentine's Day to her. To my wife, who I've been married to for God knows how long. Only she does, because I'm sure it's been 18 or 19 years worth of torture. Because I am high maintenance. Happy birthday or happy Valentine's Day to Christy Ault. You had dinner with us last night.
Happy Valentine's
Actually, you were at
Day.
the Super Bowl party with us
Yes.
at the house last night.
Yep.
And you saw her cooking away the whole time. She's wonderful. There's, she's
was
not a
great.
big Valentine's Day girl. She doesn't like those manufactured holidays, but I kind of still do it anyways.
Right.
So, but I thought yesterday the party part was cool. The food was
The
great.
chili was.
The chili
great.
was. I had like 3
And the
bowls of that.
taquitos. I love her freaking taquitos.
There
She
you go.
makes
She's a
so
great cook.
good.
Anyways, happy Valentine's Day to my wife. Happy Valentine's Day to you, Skyla.
Thank you.
And to Christy, our producer, Brett, Nick,
Everyone.
Jason, Andrea,
Everyone.
your better half. I don't know who I'm missing out on here.
Frank, Rose.
Frank and Rose. Yeah, there you go. Rose is very pretty. It was fun seeing
Yeah,
her last
she's
night.
gorgeous.
She is gorgeous. Let's see here. I'm not really
sorry.
ad-libbing. All I can say to you is
I am tired.
I am glad that the NFL season is over because I had a streak in the beginning, and the last, 14 games, I think I lost 13 games, including the Super Bowl. So I got the team wrong, but I
Yep.
still would have won because I had 4.5 points. You
Yep.
realize if the line was 4.5, you still won.
You still win.
You took Cincinnati,
yeah.
right?
Right.
That game burned the most people because it was close to the over, but not over.
We needed the
And
field
it was
goal.
under the other. It's just what a messy.
We needed the field goal to go extra, to go overtime.
But I kind of feel like I didn't lose though, and I'll tell you why. Because I like Matthew Stafford a lot because he endured 13 years of torture.
Yeah.
In Detroit.
Yep.
And so I liked the. It's hard for me to like the fact that the Rams left me when I was in Anaheim. They didn't leave me, but they left everyone. I wasn't happy about that. But congratulations to the LA Rams.
Yep.
Did you like the game?
The game was great. Aaron Donald actually sealed the deal, who was still waiting to get a ring, so he finally got a ring.
Where was he before? I don't remember.
Ooh, that's a great question. I don't even remember. Was he on... He wasn't on Houston, no.
I don't know. Okay,
I don't know.
It was a good game. But hey, on Saturday, Skyla and I, Roland, my wife, Gary, Byron Allen was there. I saw what's that guy? What's that guy that played for the Kansas City Chiefs, who was running back, the Nigerian Nightmare?
I don't remember his name, but hold on. I'll find it.
No, Okoye. Christian
Okoye?
Yeah, Christian Okoye. He was there.
Massive.
That was fun. There was a lot of people there. I mean, it was like a who's who of felt like I was in Hollywood. Oh, because I was. It was Lee Steinberg's 35th annual Super Bowl party. There were tons of people there.
Yeah.
I feel like I was mobbed. By the way, Bitnile, Alzamend, and the Risk On conference were everywhere. I was all over the conference. It was crazy. So I appreciate the charity event with Lee Steinberg, the famous agent who has he's done 300 athletes.
Yeah.
Ben Roethlisberger, Troy Aikman, Patrick Mahomes. He's anyways, it was great. What about the Rams game? Let's talk about it, right? 23-20.
I said 24-21. I was close.
You were close. Lee Steinberg is definitely a risk-on guy. He's an iconic sports agent. During his 41 career, Steinberg represented over 300 athletes from baseball, football, basketball, boxing, Olympic sports. He has represented the #1 overall draft pick in the NFL draft, the Elite eight times. Steinberg is a real inspiration for the Cameron Crowe show in 1996. Jerry Maguire, show me the money.
Yep.
Some of his clients include, I got to read this because I can't remember all of his clients, Patrick Mahomes, Ben Roethlisberger, Mark Brunell,
Oh, yeah.
Matt Leinart, Steve Young, Troy Aikman, Eric Karros, Edwin James, Dusty Baker, Ricky Williams. I love Ricky Williams. Lennox Lewis, Drew Bledsoe. Wow. Oscar De La Hoya, John Starks, Cordell Stewart. I like Cordell too. Warren Moon, just to name a few. And most importantly, he's going to be at the Risk On conference. You're going to be able to meet him, shake his hand, and I'm going to interview him for 45 minutes. The guy's a living legend. Hey, let's roll that clip. Let's roll the clip. I love this clip.
It is Williams, slips away from one, touchdown! Great spin move for Ricky Williams.
Hit well to left field. Grand slam home run, Dusty Baker.
You can't take that from him.
Big right hand from Lewis, and Tyson goes down.
Oh, down he goes!
Oh, he's got the first down! How about Roethlisberger?
Fires downfield, caught, touchdown. Only Mahomes.
Show me the money! Show me the money!
You guys should see the people that are going to this conference. I mean, literally. Dude, Greg Foss is going to be there. It's sick.
Yeah, it's a big.
You might even have a president of a country there.
Could be.
Oh, dude. It's crazy. Hey, the Risk On Business Conference is on May 12th through the 15th. Keep in mind, the 12th is like a meet and greet in the evening. We're going to have like a cocktail party. You've kind of been to these things. Everyone's going to meet and greet. The difference, though, is this is going to be a small setting where we're going to meet everybody. It's at the Paris Hotel. You can pre-register. Limited spots available at ToddAult.com. We got Charles Payne there. Got Bradley. Got Greg Foss. And now we have Lee Steinberg. And I happen to know more people that are coming. I happen to know who's in the woodworks. Maybe a sailor there. maybe a president there. Maybe a UFC guy there. I mean, it's like crazy, dude. Oh, Jason, you're going to be there, though, right?
I'll be there
Yeah.
for sure.
That's important. Scott is going to be there. Hey, roll the clip on the conference. Let's go. Whatever your business is, if you want to scale it, you want to be here, we're going to have lots of other people there that have actually built businesses.
This will make somebody's life about 1,000 times better.
You got a business and you want to expand your business, whether you're in the restaurant business, you're in technology, whatever your business is, if you want to scale it, you want to be here. This is going to be a conference where you can learn something, meet people, and network. Limited slots are available. Head over to ToddAult.com and register today. Okay, I don't know that I do it this often, but if you love Bitcoin like I do, and I don't mean love like I'm in love, but it is Valentine's Day, so let me romance Bitcoin. Woo-wee. Tonight I'm going to sleep with my Bitcoin. I'm going to put it under my pillow. I'm going to cuddle my Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin. Oh, I love you, Bitcoin.
It's not
Love,
romancing
love,
the stone. What is
love.
it? Romancing the coin?
Romancing the coin.
Today, my friends, it's time to stop.
Yeah, I got to stop that stuff.
All right.
Okay, hold on a second.
I have crippling depression.
I'm not actually depressed, but you should be depressed if you don't own Bitcoin. And all you need to own is 0.28 of a Bitcoin to be in the top 1%.
There's a lot of stocks out there.
But on the 17th of February, and you got to hear me, this is in 3 days. I don't care if you listen to the show for another month, but watch the podcast with Greg Foss. It's going to be released at 6 p.m. Pacific. My mom says specifically Pacific time. This is one of my favorite podcasts. I know you love it too, right?
Oh, yeah.
You a big fan?
Yeah, he's
Are you a
awesome.
big fan because I pay you, or do you like it?
No,
Actually a fan?
No, Foss is great.
He's great. Hey,
Yeah.
let's roll the clip on Foss. This may be one of the best interviews maybe ever.
Listen, Bitcoin is the most pristine form of collateral ever created by man. And as a form of collateral that is auditable, verifiable, portable, transferable, Bitcoin as collateral in any lending relationship, including a prime brokerage lending relationship where a hedge fund like yourself needs to pledge securities against their long and short positions. Bitcoin, quite simply, is the most perfect, pristine collateral ever created.
There's a reason for it. It's simply a great interview. And I don't mind that I say that because I'm the host of the show. It is the Todd Ault podcast. But I am not the star of that show. Greg Foss is and Bitcoin is. Jason, didn't you do a little of the interview with me?
Yeah, for sure.
That was like one of the rare times that you showed up with me, right?
We couldn't get enough questions.
Yeah, I was obsessed with this. And he'll also be at the conference. So Greg Foss is going to be at the conference. And there's going to be a whole day dedicated to Bitcoin, understanding it, and how your business can use it. And oh, by the way, I sat with someone last night who was telling me about how, as we roll out the lender, the DeFi lender, the things we're going to be able to do with it. It's just amazing. But let's go to a market update because we're going to talk about Bitcoin. And we saw a press release today. We're going to talk about that too.
All right, let's go.
Something's on your mind. What's up?
Yeah, I'm reading this email.
You look a little stressed. What's up?
No, I'm not stressed at all.
You good?
Yeah, read it.
I can't read it. I'm on the show.
All right, well, let's do the market then.
All right, Jason, why don't you cover the market real quick, and then I will cover some stocks.
The Dow Jones was wishy-washy today, up and back, back and forth, red to green, green to red. The Dow finished red, 34,566 down 172. The S&P down 17, 4401. The Nasdaq was flat, 13,790. The big movers today, obviously, we're going to talk about oil, $95 a barrel, Todd. 95.
Going to 120.
Yep. 95.
In my opinion. Don't listen to me. Go out and buy your own oil.
Gold, big move, $18.75, up $32.50. Silver, big move, $23.88, up 51 cents. That's a big move for silver. Bitcoin, $42,250, and Ethereum, $2,900. Copper, $4.49 a pound. So yeah, it looks like a lot. The weird thing today was the DXY was up, the dollar. Mm-hmm. That's a fund that actually tracks the U.S. dollar against other currencies. So it's not tracking against commodities. So, and then the bond market was up, of course. But still, inflation's so high. Who the hell wants to put all their money in a bond when inflation is, just say 8%, and the bond yield is 3%? Your fiat is still losing 5% a year. So that makes 0 sense to me. The case for Bitcoin, silver, and gold is what I'm trying to make simply because of the math. What do you think, Todd?
You got to be in Bitcoin. You got to be in silver. You got to be in gold. You got to be in oil.
Yeah.
I don't know that there was a Milton Friedman thing. I think I sent it to you about inflation following this kind of spending. I think that the laws of economics just don't go away.
Yeah. No matter what, like we're so far upside down right now. And now, Keynesian economics has led us down this path. And here we are. We just printed ourselves into a corner.
Right.
Nowhere to go.
Right.
So.
I want to go to my screen real quick, if you can do that, Brett and Nick. Okay. BitNile Holdings achieves 1 Bitcoin mining production milestone today, 1 Bitcoin per day. And listen, I am not suggesting you buy Nile, but those of you who constantly talk to me about Nile, text me, email me, and you own it, it's important to understand something. If we have 2,185 mining machines now, we're past 1 Bitcoin a day.
Uh-huh.
And I believe that's 17 million a year, depending on the price, right?
Correct.
Right. So the next, we have another 300 for February. We've already outlined this. For those who are in the regulation of public companies, those who are listening to me wondering if I'm giving you public information.
Right.
We have disclosed the schedule of installation 20 times publicly. So it's not inside information. It's all available for everyone to look at. 300 more for February.
Yes.
Then in March, 2,300 a month, right?
Yeah.
I'm just going to do a little bit of math for you, okay?
Do it. We can
go to Amazon and ask yourself 16,000 SJ19 Pros. What are they worth right now? I saw today them selling for $19,000 a piece.
Yeah.
That's $240 million.
Well,
or am I wrong on that math?
No, based on the Amazon sales prices, that's correct.
Right. But who's going to sell Bitcoin miners on Amazon? Probably not that many, right?
I mean, what percent are scams?
Oh, you mean where they're just taking your money?
Yeah.
But wouldn't Amazon shut those people down?
They would, but it's worth taking a shot if they get payment in Bitcoin. I'm not sure. Does Amazon take? Well, if they do a separate deal, I guess outside of Amazon. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think Amazon lets you do that.
I don't know.
But forget that point. So if we put in 2,300 and we're going to have 2,600, then where's that put us at in terms of total
close
miners?
to 5,000.
Yeah. So that means we'll be at 2 Bitcoin plus a day, right?
Correct. That is correct.
Like 2.25, 2.5
yep,
Bitcoin a day.
2.1 to 2.25 based on current difficulty.
Right, based on current difficulty. It could go up or down,
Yeah.
right. So the March, and I read here, and I'll read my quote here. The company's executive chairman stated, "We are pleased that the BitNile team continues to deliver on the goal of timely installation of new Bitcoin miners as they arrive at our Michigan data center. They plan to grow their mining operation is clear and is rewarding to see the team achieve the milestone along the way." So I'm pretty excited about that, right? We're at
very
1
exciting.
Bitcoin a day and growing. So do I have any other commentary on that? I don't know. Let's go to my screen real quick. Bitcoin is at 42,176.
Well, we could do the math.
You know, it doesn't. I don't know that it matters.
Yeah,
I don't
you're
think
right.
anyone's paying attention.
Does anybody
And
really
we're
care?
not here really to promote BitNile. We're here to talk about the markets and market conditions. But I do want us to cover this, and we're going to pull this up on my screen, and we're going to play it. This is Crypto World. Let's go to my screen here in 11 seconds. Oh, it's okay. Let it play. Let it play. That's okay. And in 7 seconds, we're going to listen to Thomas Lee. You know what he said about Bitcoin today?
What?
It's going to 200,000.
Wait, Charlie Lee
We
did?
talked to FundStrat's Tom Lee on whether the
Tom Lee.
2022 crypto winter is over and his firm's $200,000 forecast on Bitcoin prices.
Wow.
Plus, crypto companies flood the zone with ads during the Super Bowl. And a new report says the vast majority of ransomware revenue ended up in Russia last year. Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Mackenzie Sigalos. This is a brand new 5-day-a-week show dedicated to all that's happening in the
5
world
days a
of
week.
cryptocurrencies. We'll cover the price moves, the technology that makes
It's worth it to me.
trading
Stay with me,
possible,
folks. You gotta wanna see
regulation
this.
around the world, and a whole lot more. So let's get started. Cryptocurrencies staged a bit of a comeback late this morning. The market as a whole gained about 0.6% by noon Eastern. Bitcoin prices hovered right around $43,000 after rising by 0.8% since yesterday. Ether rose more than 2%, and it sat around $3,000. Meanwhile, XRP fell by nearly 1%. Now, for more context on all that's happening in the crypto market, we turn to our own Tanea McKeel.
Analysts are telling me Bitcoin is really range bound right now. Some are saying it found the lower end of that range in January and is now in the process of, analyst has told me, is looking at about 37 store for a near-term test and $900 mark. It says frozen
Hold on, I wanna get to Thomas
$400
Lee.
that could even
prices. So now let's catch you up on the headlines. First up, if you watched the Super Bowl last night, there is no way you could miss the buzz around crypto. Crypto.com, Coinbase, eToro, and FTX all ran ads during the game. Now, some featured stars like LeBron James and Larry David, while others were as simple as a bouncing screensaver.
That was
It is
crazy.
a sign
Yes,
of the
that
technology
was.
going mainstream, sure, but the number of crypto-related TV spots is even more impressive if you consider the $6.5 million price tag for a 30-second ad slot during the Super Bowl. The NFL itself could be getting even more into crypto soon. The league recently disclosed that it lobbied the SEC on, quote, issues related to blockchain technology between July and December of 2021. Now, speaking of the SEC, it just reached a record settlement with BlockFi over its lending product. The wealth management company agreed to pay a $100 million penalty to securities. The largest penalty yet, levied from
Pissing
4
me
different
off.
states. Here's the latest on crypto in the region. A new between 2019 and
Oh,
government.
I see what they're doing. They're
Now
holding-
for our main story of the day.
Here we go.
Fellow Crypto World host Kate Rooney spoke with Tom Lee, Fundstrat's co-founder and head of research, to get his outlook for cryptocurrencies in 2022.
I am joined here on Crypto World with Tom Lee. He's the co-founder and head of research at Fundstrat. Tom, thank you so much for being here. Great to see you.
Yeah, great to see you.
And you guys have some really unique ways of valuing Bitcoin and a lot of other crypto assets. Walk us through some of the on-chain data you use and some of the things that you're looking at that really aren't available in traditional equities, and how you think Bitcoin is different from equities or bonds and any of the traditional assets that you might also cover at Fundstrat.
I mean, in essence, I think crypto's interesting because every transaction is traceable. I mean, unless you're using like a mixer, but that's what makes Bitcoin interesting, that it's not a way to really disguise what you're doing. You can be anonymous, but your wallet's not anonymous. And that's what makes crypto interesting, because one, not only can you actually look at the number of existing holders of crypto, but you can track the history. But ultimately, the value of crypto is just going to grow by the number of holders, which means there's a network value. So it's important for community growth. One of the things that I think is challenging is that not every community member is as valuable. So I think there's going to be a lot of work done in the future about what is the proper value add by an incremental member.
What's holding it back? I mean, we're sort of in this $40,000 range. What needs to change in your mind to get Bitcoin to that $100,000 and eventually $200,000 level?
If you look at U.S. household net worth, which is $142 trillion, which is a staggering number. I mean, that's more than 5 times GDP. It's almost 6 times. As interest rates look like they're set to reverse, almost 30 years of declines, right? I think interest rates probably are either flat or rising. That means for the next 10 years, you're guaranteed to lose money owning bonds. And so we call that guaranteed TINA. That's $55 trillion, almost 60 trillion of the 142 trillion. So the question we ask ourselves is, where is the 60 trillion going to go to earn yield? And the obvious thing is going to be it rotates into stocks like FANG. Maybe it goes into crypto because you can generate yield through yield farming or lending. But I think what is more likely is that a lot of speculative capital from equities flows into crypto. So I think it's really going to be tracing its roots to a rotation out of bonds is going to eventually flow into crypto.
Perfect. I want to end with the biggest potential downside and the biggest potential upside catalyst for you, and that $200,000 eventual target. What do you look to as the thing that could unravel that on the downside? And then I'll ask you about the best news you could possibly get. But we'll start with maybe the negative, end on a positive.
Yeah, I think the biggest downside for crypto will actually be a vulnerability exposed in Bitcoin, because it's the most important blockchain and the one with the most value stored on it. And there's really 2 things that could happen. One is if the cost of energy globally fell to 0, because if you don't have to spend money to protect a security network, then it means someone can launch a proof of basically a 51% attack. And of course, the second is that cryptographic hash becomes exposed, meaning someone finds a way to actually, whether it's quantum, to essentially defeat the proof of work concept itself. So I'd say those are the biggest downside risk. And in terms of upside risk, at the end of the day, if I had to say what's the simplest way for a big step function to happen in crypto, it's really getting existing generations of investors in the US, not new investors, to actually be willing to allocate to Bitcoin. And 76% of all the wealth in America is controlled by people over age 65. So that's nearly $100 trillion held by people that think Bitcoin is still kind of a hobby or things that people who live in the basement play with. So I think regulation could actually unlock a lot of that movement. I mean, just imagine 2% out of 100 trillion allocated to crypto. You could see a 5 to 10, 15 times increase in total network value.
Before we go,
all right. So I want to cover this with you real quickly, because there's some important parts to think about there. And he's saying what's the risk to Bitcoin? One, that global energy power goes to zero.
Right.
So what's the likelihood that energy's free?
The likelihood that energy's free?
Yeah, free.
Well, it's not going to be free.
Okay. So what's the likelihood of a quantum attack on the hash? Very difficult.
Yeah.
Very difficult.
Very difficult.
And unlikely when you think about the fact that we'll probably go from 256 to what's the other one?
512.
512.
Yeah.
So there's probably going to be a swap someday.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then the halvening, you know.
yeah, but that's he thinks makes it even more valuable, right?
Yeah. Well, it's in my opinion, yeah, he's saying get it now.
Get it now,
Yeah.
right?
And that's what we're trying to do.
And then, but the statistic about 76% of the wealth, or 74, one of the two, is they're owned by people that are over 65.
Boomers.
And they're going to have the greatest transitional switch of wealth to the younger generation over the next 20 years. The bull case for Bitcoin is strong. I mean, that's $100 trillion. And he's saying, listen, what if just 2% or 4% of that?
Right.
2% of that goes into Bitcoin, $2 trillion. I mean, it's a big number. So that's why we're pretty bullish on this. Jason, anything else? Any other stocks you want to cover before we wrap up?
There were some pretty good moves today in the gold and silver side of stocks. AUMN has been swinging up nicely. That's one that we've been watching. No position currently, but that's been interesting. I know Mills is in the chat. He's got a nice position in AUMN. Congrats on that one, sir. You spotted that one well. Around 32 cents. I think it's probably 44 or 45 now. Copper, all the commodity stuff, steel stuff. It's hard to really lay a foundation of long positions right now in this market. There's been a lot of scalping in and out, especially macroeconomically on SPY and some of the large ETFs. I haven't really looked at the crypto mining ETF.
You know, Ballard, Fed's Ballard, he's saying that banks going to lose credibility if it doesn't front load the rate hikes.
Right.
I think that there's a lot of job going on there. I think there's a lot of risk to that. But the market's probably starting to accept that already. Yeah, I don't know. The Ballard comments are really interesting to me.
Crypto Joe said quantum attack would take a computer. Is that 100 million, Joe? 100 million times more powerful than we currently have.
Right. So pretty unlikely, right?
Yeah, very unlikely.
I'm pretty comfortable with it.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's crazy. Actually, it's a million times. I'm sorry. A million times more.
A million times more.
Powerful, yeah.
Yeah. For a quantum attack to
yeah,
take
1
place.
million. Yep.
Right. Any big movers in the market? Like any stocks moving that you thought were like, wow, that was a big dramatic move here or there?
MRAI, that was one that moved today. I didn't really get to watch the market very much today, but that's a biotech. They must have some FDA news. On the way down, Moderna. You want to look at a chart? Let's look at this chart real quick. Moderna's CEO has been selling a lot of shares.
It's amazing to me what's happened with Peloton, by the way.
Oh yeah, that too.
Holy smokes! Well, I don't know that you could have been more right. We could have been more right on that.
Moderna.
Scenario.
Let's look at the 3 month. There's Moderna off a cliff. Didn't it go to 400?
You see that Mullen,
$450.
MULN, is down to like $1 something?
Mullen raised capital, right?
Mullen's down, and so is Centro.
Okay.
They're not down today, but I'm talking about overall down. Mullen at $1.07 today.
$1
down 27 cents more, or 20%.
Wow.
Wow. The range, I think this is a new low. 6.5 million shares, 105 low, 1787 high.
Wow.
It's pretty crazy.
Rivian, 172 high, 53 low, I believe.
Hey guys, the BitNow car is going to be on the track tomorrow at Sebring, Florida. Connor Daly is doing a test, getting all the data he needs before he starts to St. Petersburg, which is the 27th of February. If you're going to be in St. Petersburg and you want to meet up, please DM me, send me a message, get a hold of Randy. If you're going to be in St. Petersburg, let's run the promo for Connor Daly. By the way, the BitNow car is looking great, man.
It is looking great.
Wow, is it looking greght.
Connor Daly for the race lead.
Connor Daly continues to put on a pretty good show of pace.
When you became available, all of a sudden it was kind of a little bit of a marketing dream for us.
The American national anthem will play this time for Connor Daly. I have a passion for the sport that has kept me in the game, and I don't want to stop.
You guys, we're working on some giveaways for our shareholders. If you are a shareholder of our company, BitNile, and you are in the Florida area, stay tuned. We're going to be talking about that. The conference is coming up. Obviously, I'm a Wall Street guy. I've done a lot of deals, a lot of takeovers, a lot of activist stuff. I was the founder of Patient Safety, which sold to Stryker for $120 million. You guys know my background a little bit here. This is not my first rodeo. It's like my 10th rodeo. I founded BitNile. We've invested in Earnity. A lot of activist deals you can find out about us. And if you're going to go to this conference, you're going to learn. You're going to meet some of my friends. You're going to learn a lot about what we're doing. You can participate in some of them. It's not a pitch fest. I know a lot of people go to these conferences and they get pitched all day long on buying something else. This is not a pitch fest. This is a learning fest. We're going to go there to learn, network, and hopefully earn together. Mm-hmm. Jason will be with myself. Make sure you subscribe to our social media. Make sure you pay attention to that so you can get followed up. We're going to pretty excited about the conference, and hopefully that you're on that schedule. Jason, anything you want to cover before we move into the end?
Move to the end because I'm really busy.
Yeah, I can see Jason doing all the calculations because we're all about Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And I cannot believe how well positioned we are. Last night when we were with, obviously, who we were with, who's helped us with Bitmain dramatically, I just realized as we keep making month after month closer to those more installations of Bitcoin, it looks like buying that mining operation, that data center in Michigan is starting to pay off. We're pretty excited about
Absolutely.
it. Obviously, one Bitcoin a day. Skyla, do you have any jokes for Valentine's Day?
I do. Why were the two forks so disappointed on Valentine's Day?
Why were the two forks so disappointed on Valentine's Day? I don't know.
Because all they wanted to do was spoon.
That's nice.
I know, I thought it was cute.
That's funny. Don't forget, Greg Foss will be out there on the 17th on the show at 6 p.m. We'll be releasing the Greg Foss interview. Jason, what's your thoughts on the market?
I don't like it. I'm
I think
staying
it sucks.
out of it. Yeah,
I think it sucks.
I'm just.
You hear me talking a lot. People ask me, why did I liquidate HUSA?
Right.
Well, to be honest with you, I found better opportunity for the money, and the HUSA management sucks. And by the way, you can sue me if you want to, but you guys barely took our calls. You barely reached out as the largest shareholder. I think that stock sucks. I think that the management team sucks, and they could care less about everyone involved, and they don't really have oil. If they do, it's nominal. Sure, there's some disclosure about a couple oil wells, but you're not moving with oil. Oil's $95 a barrel. HUSA sucks. I sold it. I could have been aggressive and tried to take over, but I realized how amazing our Bitcoin opportunity was becoming. We changed the name, we changed the symbol, and I'm just kind of all in on that. The other assets are great. We own a lot of other companies. We own Turn On Green, we own Gresham. I'm very happy about a lot of them. Obviously, I'd like to see Turn On Green grow. I'd love to see Gresham grow. They all have their challenges.
We own hotels.
We own hotels. I'm feeling good. This is the weirdest thing.
You know, on Monopoly,
people bid the stock up to 10 when we didn't have all these things. Now we have all these things. I just don't understand.
Listen,
we
got our version of Boardwalk and Park Place in New York.
Oh yeah,
and then we've got like Marvin Gardens. Pennsylvania. What is it? Pennsylvania Avenue.
And
we got some yellows, some greens, some reds on the boardwalk.
You could argue BitNile is the railroad.
Yeah.
It's the railroad to the blockchain.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we got to get out of jail free card.
Yeah, we got a couple. We've never used the $350 million shelf. Has not been used.
Get out of jail free card.
I know a lot of people texting me like, "How are you going to pay that $60 million?"
Oh, really? Look, Wyckoff. We owns a $60 million loan too. He says.
Yeah,
we owns plural.
And
we owns a $60 million loan.
Hey, don't make fun of him. I have terrible speech. Wyckoff, don't
Marvin
pay attention
Gardens,
to him.
King.
Don't pay attention to him.
The yellows.
He mistyped something.
Whatever.
God, what are you busting his balls for?
Because he's busting ours.
He's not. He's just like a good shareholder. He's worried about that loan.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is
Do you
there.
think I'm worried? Do I look worried to you?
Yeah, we'll see in about 90 days.
Does this fat face look worried to
you? We'll
you?
be partying in the chat.
You know why I'm fatter, right? Because last night I made that dip. Did you
Yeah,
try
that
the
was
dip?
good.
It was good.
Very good.
Hey, Greg Foss is going to be out here. Everybody, I appreciate you. Skylar told the joke. We are going to wrap up early because I think the market sucks. Go Bitcoin. Oh, by the way, check out Earnity.com. Those of you who sign up for Earnity.com, I know there's a special coming soon about the Indy 500. I'll still honor that. If you sign up and you tell me you signed up and there's any new specials that come out and you're a BitNile shareholder, but we own 19.9% of that crypto exchange, that NFT crypto exchange.
If we win, if our plan is executed properly, if we win, then theoretically the shareholders would win, right?
Oh, all
If
the
we
shareholders would win.
We're just looking to execute the plan.
Yeah, you got to execute the plan.
And that's all.
But I know, but like a lot of times when we do this show, I like new ideas.
Sure.
Do you have any new ideas?
I want to
market?
stay focused on what we're doing.
I don't see any new ideas.
No, there's not. There's no upside over there. Just stay clear of there, in my opinion. Let's focus on the business plan.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, I got it.
Yeah, we'll revisit the market once the Fed does what they do.
Okay, I've said it. You guys, if you watch my social media, why am I sort of rotating out of like so nervous about stocks? And that is because it's a gravitational force field. When you raise rates, you make everyone nervous. You recombobulate, and I just don't know. Here's my point. I've said this a couple times, so I'm going to hit you over the head with it a million times. At this point, what Alice Svetsky said, I'm going to quote him, which was the immaculate conception of what Bitcoin is today. It can't be recreated. And if you listen to Thomas Lee about the energy in the network, you wake up with this fallacy, and that is, have you ever spent any time in our entire... So if you're biblical... We've been around for 6,000 years. If you're like scientific, we've been around for billions of years. But there's never been a time where any country has been $30 trillion in debt. Can you pull up the debt calendar real quick?
You know what's crazy is...
my concern is the percentage of the overall GDP versus debt.
140%.
That's never... Has that ever been the case, or is that World War II?
No, that's the record there.
Is that the record?
Yeah.
So something's got to give.
There it is. Put that up there.
You put that
There's
up
your
there?
Valentine. Here it is, 30 trillion.
So where's the number? I'm going to turn
There's
my
your
back. You're not
red.
supposed to do this, but where's the number?
Top.
Where's the percentage of? Can you point it out?
Middle right. 138.
Middle right. So we're 100. Total debt to GDP ratio is 138.23. Now, do we have a way of knowing what that ever was historically? Because I don't think it's ever. Was it ever above like a third?
There's a historical track that's like 33 to 66%. It's not on the screen here.
So we're at $30 trillion.
I don't think. Hold on.
Total GDP.
Spending to GDP. No, it's not on there.
Total GDP, spending GDP. So go back. We're spending 42. These are gigantic gross domestic product. So we're at a.
Look, record tax revenues, they just don't even matter. Just like when Elon, when Taxachusetts, Liz, whatever her name is up there.
But the funny part is, what's Elon paying of that?
$11 billion.
It's $11 billion. So when you look at the amount of money spent and you pay attention, I can't see a scenario. Okay, so just hear me. I want to go forward with this just for a few minutes. What is the scenario if we're the reserve currency?
Yeah.
The only scenario out of this is what? To print money.
Yeah.
Right.
What are they? Quantitative tightening. Good luck with that.
No way. It's not true.
Good luck.
It's not going to be true. The Federal Reserve saying, we're going to raise rates. We're going to stop this inflation.
Just the
No, you're not, dude.
The amount of people coming to this country, like immigration, there's no reform.
You're not
can't,
stopping
it's not sustainable.
You're not stopping
The median new home price in America is $400,000.
I just want to say that I was at a party where there were thousands of people, and there are thousands of people paying for Super Bowl tickets. The country's awash in capital. Things are more expensive every day.
Look at the federal debt to GDP ratio. Here it is right here. There's the historic. Right there, 1960, 53%. 1980, 34. See it right there?
Yeah.
There's
Okay,
the
you got the
numbers.
historical.
Yeah.
That's a critical number, the historical part. And
Wait,
so
yeah,
you're at sort of biblical numbers here.
So when you have a baby, so let's say Skyla and Roland decide to have a child, and they give birth to that child, and they come out, and the top number next to the 30 trillion, that child would already be $90,283 in debt.
Yeah.
On
You
day
guys-
one. On day one.
Guys, if you
How
don't,
you doing?
If you don't own Bitcoin, and I'm not talking about all the shit coins, like all the other stuff that's phony, baloney, nonsense. I'm talking about the stuff that you can't corrupt, they can't print more of. You have to mine, you have to spend money on. I think you got to own Bitcoin. That's my opinion. Check with your financial advisor.
Yeah.
But I'm going to beat you over the head with this. Now, I have one last little treat for everyone. This is my favorite. I hope it's still there because we're going to do it live on the air. But I want you to go to Jason's screen, and Jason's going to type in liar.com.
Oh, here we go.
While we're on screen,
This
come
is
on.
crazy.
Pull up his screen. Come on, let's
Yeah, hold
see
on.
it.
Put
No,
it-
put
pull
it
it
up. Jason's screen. Okay.
You ready?
Type in liar.com.
Oh.
Oh, they took it down, didn't they?
They
No?
took it down.
No, wait. Did they take it down?
It's liar.com, right?
Liar, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. It doesn't let you go through?
No, I'm on Brave browser. Let me try a different browser. Let me try this.
Hold on a second. I'll try it too.
Let's try liar.com on.
This is
Nope.
great.
No, it won't let me.
Did they shut it down?
They must have shut it down. Worried? No, not worried.
Wait, did they take it down?
Trudeau. It goes to
No,
Trudeau.
they didn't take it down.
Oh,
No.
for some
Go to
reason.
my screen. Go to my screen, okay? So we're gonna type it in. We're gonna go type in liar, LIAR.
For some reason, I can't get
which
there.
is owned by Elon Musk, I'm told. Look at, see that? You see how I typed in liar, and I'm gonna press enter. Dude, he goes right to his Wikipedia page.
Did we do a who is to see if Elon owns it?
Come on. No, I heard on social media that Elon owned it. He owns liar.com. And so for people that are lying, he's forwarding. Come on, dude. That's great, isn't it?
That's awesome.
You guys can turn that off now. Come on. I just thought it's when you're the richest man in the world, I guess you can do the things you want to do, right?
It's GoDaddy, and it's 7 Mile Beach, Grand Cayman.
Okay, well, I heard it was Elon Musk.
I mean, it could be.
No?
But that's great.
Hey, any questions in the
Surprised it didn't go to Biden's. Yeah, well, Biden doesn't even know what he's saying, so.
He can't remember.
Yeah, he can't remember.
Let's see here. Trudeau, Wikipedia page, 50th. Flat.
But don't worry, he has the new codes for all you Trump haters. Oh my God, Trump's going to get us nuked. He has the codes. 25th Amendment. There was no wars with Trump. There was no Afghanistan nonsense like Biden had. And now we're sitting here on the brink of World War III with Joe Biden at the helm.
All right, since I'm the owner of Marvin Gardens now.
Marvin Gardens.
Everybody, we'll see you. We're going to sign off with the Risk On Conference. Please sign up at ToddAult.com. If you're not early, you will not be able to get the deal. Those people that are early get to do it. Everybody, if you've not figured out, Risk On, everybody. We'll see you Wednesday.
Let's go.
For me, Risk On is a philosophy. I'm a 30-year-plus Wall Street veteran, been doing this a long time, but I kind of live Risk On the whole time, and I'm trying to bring you guys what I do on a regular basis.
Traders are really worried. Begin with the economic consequences.
86%
Less about wages and more about
publish something like this.
I knew I was worth more than
Frustrated as we do the classic risk off day.
I've been through this before. I've been at this for 32, 33 years. You know, I ran a hedge fund for many years, and I really want to talk about things that I think we do that are risk on.
Focus on growth sectors, aviation. You close a sale by moving it from.
I can't stress to you how smart these people are.